Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. I want to show y'all something. Shout out Pecos Hank's channel. This is for awareness and educational purposes. They're showing the so-called super cells coming in, and it's in time lapse. So it's even more of a gem when you watch it. You'll see these little dark craft interact with the giant mass that's called the mothership formation. I wonder why they call it that. And you'll see how massive this is compared to the landscape and when this video progresses. They'll show you this thing moving across the sky, okay? Little black craft interacting, moving in it. I have screenshots, so I'm going to go into detail, and I'm going to show you some of the entities and beings that are manning and operating this system. Let's roll. See them going into the ship? See how this stuff is being produced right in front of your eyes? Where is it coming from? Out of the blue? There's a ship under there producing it. Now let's pause this. You'll hear the lady say, oh, this and that and that. She's narrating because she's not telling the truth. She's spellcasting you to believe what she's saying. How do you get this floating next to this? This looks like a fish. But we can see it's a craft, organic and machine. Let's press play. Let's bring that back so you can see it move organically.
At sunset, the isolated thunderstorm creates a dance of light and color.
Look at that.
Decreasing sunlight reveals more and more lightning.
Let's fast forward. Here we go, folks. Look at the ships moving. It's time lapse. Whole squadrons of craft. You're going to tell me those are clouds moving independent and separately in groups like that? Let's bring that back again for the cognitive dissonant. All swarmed around the massive craft. You see them all moving in formation, folks? Entities, being vessels. Okay, now that's enough for that. We just used that just for a visual, and we're going to go to the screenshots, folks. Okay, let's take you into the formations here. All right. The layperson looking at this, it's just a storm cloud moving in. Blase, blah. No, it's not. Intelligent system, intelligent design. Okay, let's zoom in on one of the black craft that was interacting and merging with it. Okay, let's get the focus right. That was in the video. You can go to that video. Pecos Hank. Okay, just take a look at this, folks. Look at the structure in this thing. No way you could tell me that you just believe these are cloud formations that just appear like this in this shape that they call mothership formations. The wordplay alone should let you know something's going on. Okay, now this is extremely zoomed in on the side. You can see the detail and design, the geometry, the intelligence behind any type of geometry you see like that, folks. Now, I don't know if this is projection or if this is etching, but this shape right here stayed consistent throughout the whole videos. I mean, you can see it for yourself. It looks like some type of ancient carving or site. I mean, you can see the face. It looks like stone. I mean, just take a look for yourself, folks. And I'll pull down the light so it really can shine through. It looks like some entity with his brain exposed or something. I mean, you see the face, the nose, the mouth. Almost looks like ancient Mayan art or drawing or carvings. You can see this, folks. This is not fluke. I'll raise the light back up. I mean, and then how do you get this moving separately and then meshed into the giant craft? Or people will say, "Oh, the cloud, the storm formation." No, no, look at this, folks. You're seeing entities and beings. This is the ship right here, and you see this person or being standing right there, always with some point on top of their helmets. I'm seeing the same consistent thing, and you see faces forming and everything. And then let's just zoom out to show you in perspective where that is. You see this area right here of the giant ship that people will call a cloud formation or a storm front coming in? No, this is the porthole or entrance to the vessel. And we'll zoom in and you'll see the being right there, the ship right there, and all the other entities right here. Let's go. Seeing is believing. Crazy looking shark entity. Like, I mean, like, look at this guy right here. Someone is going to tell me that's a cloud making that humanoid anatomical looking shape? Autofocus? I don't think so. I mean, that's clearly a woman's face right there. Geometry and detail, folks. See it for yourself. I'm not making anything up. I'll point to it and you make your own decisions. Okay, moving on to the next. Raise the light to show you that these ships were moving independently through the video. We'll zoom in on that. Extreme close. Let's get the focus in. And you can see that that's not a cloud. That's not something that the news people were going to explain to you. They're going to talk over it and cast a spell and narrate you through it. And you'll believe it. Watch the video. That's moving independently next to the giant craft that we've been told are weather formations and cloud formations. No, this is judgments being passed down, folks. And I'm gonna zoom out because remember, it's an opening or entrance to this massive vessel. It's right here. And why is it always shaped like an eye? Okay, you ever see that? You watch a lot of my videos. There's always some type of eye or eyes, always. And we're gonna zoom in right there, folks, and show you the entity that's inside the ship. Trying to autofocus. Pull the light down slightly. And you'll see the little man in there. You see the darkness of his eyes. He's wearing some type of helmet. Yeah. See him? Still see him. Now let's zoom out. See him? Still see him. Wake up, folks. Taking you into the side of this thing again. To show you all the formations and etchings. It's supernatural, folks. Geometry and detail. Okay. Let's go up to the edge right here to show you how this is structured. You see this? This is double-edged. A rim going around, folks. And darkness under it because it's solid. Now let's go in there. And I'm going to show you some of the entities and beings. Some of the light beings that are just right in the mix. Look at this. How can a weather pattern be manifesting entities and faces like this? Structure on top of it. Smaller craft docked. Look at this, folks. And the other little vessels just riding right along with it. Look at the little guy in there. Unbelievable, folks. Moving on to the next screenshot. Again, even more clear. We're gonna straighten out the focus. Bear with me. Okay? And let's zoom in. Somebody explain why is this flying next to this? You're gonna say, oh, this is a little black storm cloud. If you watch the video, you'll see it's moving intelligently next to this massive formation. The portal, the entrance way. Now I'm trying to get as close as possible without it getting too blurry so you can see some of the beings that are sitting in there. Show you the detail, structure, and design that makes up this massive craft that someone explained away to you is just a weather formation. Impossible to have this much geometry, detail, structure, and design in something that's supposed to be natural. Wake up. Do I need to say what that is or explain what that is? I see arms. That's anatomical. Just in this portion of the craft alone is so much geometry. Tell me when clouds make intelligent edges like this. I'll wait. The same consistent design. This is where all the substance is being spewed from to cloak this massive vessel. You see the machine parts? I keep showing this portion of the craft because it's very consistent. Remember the exposed brain and the crazy face. Okay, moving on. Being that's inside of this massive vessel. Look at the structure and design. Literally, if you look at this where I'm holding it, it's the eye or the porthole or the window. I'll hold it right there. You can see it's clearly an eye. Yes, folks, intelligent. And this is where we just was. Right there. Look at that. Can't tell me this is just some weather formation, folks. This is commanded from the Most High. Believe it or not. It's a group of beings and entities that are under control. And they're doing a job, just like everything on this realm does. Every insect, every animal has a detail, a job. Look at the structure and geometry in this thing. Entities and beings outside of it. How big this is, folks. This is the ground. Oh, this is gonna blow your mind, folks. Just, I mean, because people are lost. It's like watching a boxing match and you see the guy losing, but the commentator or the announcer is telling you the other guy's winning. So eventually you believe it, because it's wordplay, it's magic, it's mind control. Someone would say, "Oh, this is just a weather pattern. That's what they told me." Well, you're wrong. Okay? How do you have this type of detail? What like these are living beings and entities, folks. I mean, come on. You see this? This is a creature. You could darn near see his legs. I'll hold that in tight. You can see detail in its structure. Let's zoom out. Yeah, because this is the stuff that's flying through the video, folks. You know? You got to pay attention. You got to stop believing what people tell you and look at it with your own mind. School lied to you. That's regurgitation and memorization. Massive structure. Fanta black, the perfect black body. Look at this. Light's not even really being casted on this. The only thing that's giving this away is the light in the background. There's no light really shining on this thing. You watch the video, you don't even see this until the so-called lightning strike. Can't have that. That's not natural, folks. Sorry. And understand how massive that is. These are cars right here, folks, down at the bottom. I'll raise the light up so you can see that. That's the ground. Imagine you're a little person coming out of that car. So understand the enormity of how big this is, folks. The mother wheel at the top and other vessels accompanying the wheel. Yeah. You can watch the video. They say lightning strikes, energy strikes coming off to this thing. When it moves through the atmosphere, guess what? It's going to cause friction through the atmosphere and cause electrical charges. Just walk with your socks on the ground. I mean, on carpet. You'll create static electricity. It's not hard, folks. Use your own mind. Craft right in the mix. Look at that. Unbelievable, folks. And it gets worse because the screenshots get so much better. Just take a look. I'll zoom in on the entity that's sitting in there. Structure. Someone gonna call that a storm cloud. Oh, that's funny. I just laugh at people a lot because they really don't understand how behind they are in the grand scheme of things. But that's why I'm here. You can see the eyes looking right at you. I'll zoom in on it if you have any doubt inside your own mind or your own eyes. Sam? Crazy looking headdress on. Look like somebody important to me. Hey. And let's look at the ship, folks. See it? That's just the one on the bottom. The massive wheel is right here. Look at the straight line here, folks. Let's zoom in on that. Can't have lines like that in nature. This looks like the top portion of a tank. Turret and all. And long gun. Are you seeing the windows in the side of it, folks? I couldn't make this up. I just see different. See the windows? See the turret? See the long gun? Weaponized. And that's right there at the bottom. Massive craft, folks. Moving on. Still, the massive ship at the bottom, the giant wheel. And let's go into this structure right here. You tell me if that's natural. And this was in the video, flying. I'll wait. Tell me, when do clouds, so-called clouds, have hard edges and geometry like this that look like a machine? I'll still wait. I see, the thing is, I know what I'm dealing with. I know where I am. I know who I am. So I'm able to translate or articulate these things to you with 100% facts. I'm so confident in what I do. And that's no ego, because it's just common sense. See it? Okay. Yeah, right there. Okay. And of course, always faces etched into the side of the massive craft. Animal face, a woman's face. Moving on. Again, structure, design, detail can't be natural. So it has to be supernatural. Yeah. Look at the ship, folks. You don't even realize it's there, not unless this lightning gives away the silhouette. I mean, it's so black I could barely pick it up on my phone. Okay, but we're gonna tone down the light and I'm gonna outline it. See how it has a shape change? A straight line here, then it drops down and another straight line, folks. Can't be natural. Can't be a weather formation with straight lines, right angles. It's so funny when you stop and think about it, people. Like, wake up. You see it. Unnatural things. Detail, structure, design. Half faces being projected. And the giant wheel. Watch the video. I'm telling you, I'll put the video in the description, or no, I'll put it in the comments. That's what I'll do. Moving fast, folks. Look at this. Massive ship. Faces carved in the massive structures. Always. You see it? Right there. Smaller vessels moving with the mass giant ship. Why does this thing look like it has a tail, like a whale? I'll zoom in. See it? You take a look at that for yourself and tell me that's not entities and beings right there. And tell me that doesn't look like stone. I'm here to show you, folks. Look at that. Clearly a face, eye, nose, mouth, chin, head, carved into the side of this craft that's floating through the sky, and you're told that it's a storm front. Well, I'm here to show you a little something different, believe it or not. And look at the other smaller craft moving in formation, like a military formation. Look at the dragon. I mean, just pull up any dragon on Google. I mean, you tell me that's not a dragon face right there. I mean, like, come on. Spikes on the head, the eye, the slit in the mouth, all types of appendages. Like, I mean, come on. It looks like bumpy skin of an alligator. Believe it or not, folks, you're hearing me in the back sometimes sounding frustrated because people are lost in this game. That's why they give you all these Jumanji movies. You don't realize what's being done to you. This can't be a weather pattern with this much geometry and structure in it, folks. You have to wake up and understand. And look at this. What is this? A tail again? Look at the structure, folks. Look at the ship. And the other smaller ones around it. Look at that. That's a whole interaction going on. You see the entities and beings? Giants. Look at the massive craft. Look at the windows. You can see the windows in the bottom of the bottom one. And sun glare is really killing me coming through the window. But I'm doing the best I can to show you. Massive ships, windows, pointed, aerodynamic, look like points or wings, windscreen, all interconnected, massive. Look at that, folks. But we're gonna ride home with the giant face etched onto the side of this vessel. And we're just gonna let that ride out and resonate to show you that this stuff is supernatural. Shout out all my subscribers. Share more than anything. Okay? Like and sub. I'm here for a reason. Peace, love, and light.